Lessons. If you're gonna play the guitar, you've got to know some chords. That just means you strum notes on several strings at a time. Chords are usually used as part of the accompaniment to a song. You strum along on the chord to support the singer or the solo. Let's try strumming all 6 strings at once to start. Let's just try that. Excellent. Let's bring in your fretting hand and try to make a more useful chord. Take your second finger, your middle finger, and put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. You'll need to arch your finger some so that you're only pressing the string down with the very tip of your finger. If you use the side, you might end up muting some of the other strings. Now let's pick each string and make sure each one is sounding out clearly. Keep your finger down the whole time. Good. Now strum the whole chord. Try it now. Amazing. Now keep that 1 finger chord going, and let's add a 2nd finger in there. You've already got your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Now put your 3rd finger, your ring finger, on the 2nd fret of the D string. Since you're on the same fret on 2 strings right next to each other, it might feel like a tight squeeze at first. But don't worry, there's plenty of room. Your 2nd finger will go right in the middle of the fret, but your 3rd finger will need to get wedged in there between your 2nd finger and the fret wire. The trick is to make sure it isn't touching any other strings. Let's just try that. There's something going on with the D string. Make sure you're on the 2nd fret there. Nice one. Cool. Let's see if we can get just 1 more finger in there. So, you've already got your 2nd and 3rd fingers down on the A and D strings. Now if you put your 1st finger down on the 1st fret of the G string, E minor becomes E major. This chord comes up all the time in all genres of music, so it's a great one to get under your fingers. And again, the thing here is to make sure that your fingers only touch the strings they're supposed to touch. Touch any others, and you'll just end up muting them. Let's play through all the strings again to make sure you're getting all the notes you paid for. Good. Now strum it. Try it at your own pace. Your second finger goes on the second fret of the A string. Your third finger on the second fret of the D string. Then your first finger goes on the first fret of the G string. Then strum all 6 strings. Take a second to double check that your fingers are on the right frets. Then try again. Outstanding. Now that your fretting hand has some stuff it can do, let's go back to the strumming hand. Usually you're going to hold down the chord, then strum some pattern until you get ready to change the chord. So it's really your strumming hand that's in charge of rhythm. You can strum a chord down, or you can strum a chord up. Usually you'll use a mix of both together. Let's just try going down, up, down, a bunch of times. Play it now. Let's try that again. Excellent. You're ready for the practice track now. Here goes. This little guy is called a capo. A capo clips onto the guitar neck and presses all the strings down at the same fret, so they're all at a higher pitch. The cool thing is, it lets you play a song you already know in one key in a totally different key without having to change what your hand does. So if there's a capo on the second fret, a G chord becomes an A C becomes a D, and so on. This can be super useful when a guitar part uses a lot of open strings, but you need to play it in a different key. Capos attach to the guitar in different ways. Some are just spring-loaded clamps that you just squeeze to put them on, take off, or move. And others have a screw that lets you tighten or loosen the capo. Regardless of which type you use, they all do basically the same thing and can be a really helpful piece of gear to keep around. Guitarcade.